Is your vehicle in need of a quick oil change or tune-up before hitting the road this summer? Stop by Quick Lube and Tune, the home of the good guys at 610 South Wenatchee Avenue.
It's time for NCW Life News on the NCW Life channel. The latest from the Wenatchee Valley and North Central Washington with Steve Hare, Grant Olson, and sports with Eric Granstrom.
Good evening and welcome to NCW Life News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And looks like the cold front that we talked about yesterday finally moving through our area. It brought some clouds and even some scattered showers to some locations in north central Washington. A beautiful shot looking north into Wenatchee on the Columbia River, and some smoke in the air as well. And we'll tell you where that smoke is coming from a little bit later on. And also for those watching on our Facebook page, tune in to local channel 12 or to charter channel 19, or stream us live at ncwlife.com for the full evening newscast tonight. And here's our forecast for tomorrow. We could see lots of wind gusts in Wenatchee around 17 miles an hour, 23 miles an hour around Moses Lake, in the middle to upper 20s for gusts as we get into the eastern part of Washington. And then by Sunday, even some more changes to our forecast. We will see a chance for showers on Sunday, also some breezy conditions early. It will get a little bit better later Sunday, and then next week it will be showery, cool, and a little bit breezy. Keep it right here and we'll have your full, complete weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A big rig overturns on I-90 spilling a load of potatoes. The State Department of Agriculture recalls an organic milk brand due to salmonella, and Wenatchee School District prepares a $120 million bond for voters next spring. Later on, we'll have sports, your weather forecast, and our feature story today. But first, Confluence Health and the Wenatchee Eye and Ear Clinic will become affiliated, that according to terms of an agreement announced recently. The two healthcare organizations decided changes needed to be made to build a more secure future for their employees and the local community. In a news release issued by Confluence Health, it's reported that recent circumstances, such as difficulties in replacing the anticipated retirements of 2 out of the 5 physicians at the Eye and Ear Clinic, plus challenges to its continued operation, have diminished the clinic's ability to assure its long-term viability. No layoffs are expected as a result of that affiliation. A semi-truck lost its brakes early this morning as it tried to exit off I-90, which caused the truck to tip over, sending his load of potatoes spilling into the ditch. According to the Washington State Patrol, the accident happened on I-90 around 8 o'clock as the truck was exiting onto Huntsinger Road. Fortunately, the driver of the big rig was not injured in that accident. The Washington State Department of Agriculture is advising consumers not to drink Pride and Joy dairy organic retail raw milk because it may be contaminated with salmonella. That's an organism that can cause serious illness. The public health notice was sent out earlier yesterday after random sampling by the WSDA found salmonella in bottled organic raw milk collected from the Pride and Joy dairy in Toppenish. Locally, the Pride and Joy Dairy distributes their products to Bear Foods in Chelan, Settlers County Market in Ephrata and Moses Lake, Sage Mountain Natural Foods in Leavenworth, and both the Rhubarb Market and Wenatchee Natural Food Stores in Wenatchee. The milk product in question has a best buy date of October 4th. The WSDA continues to investigate the source of the problem, and so far there's been no reported cases of human illness associated with this product. An October arraignment is set in connection with the longtime Wenatchee broadcaster who's accused of sexual abuse of 2 children who lived in his home between 1998 and 2000. NCW Life's Steve Hare has the story.
Chelan County prosecutors have filed formal charges against 52-year-old Lonnie K. England following his arrest last Friday at his home in Wenatchee. England faces 2 charges of first-degree child molestation, 3 counts of first-degree child rape, also 1 count of first and second-degree incest. In court documents obtained by NCW Life News, police investigators say 2 adults who had lived as children in England's home accused him of multiple counts of child sex. He was released from custody this week on a $50,000 bond, and he's scheduled to enter a plea during his arraignment next week. England is the former general manager of the Apple Valley TV Association, a company he sold to Localtel in 2015. Steve Hare, NCW Life News.
Coming up, Wenatchee School District prepares a $120 million bond for voters next spring. The county hosts a free hazardous waste disposal, and a family of a missing hiker offers a $10,000 reward for information, and prescribed burning begins in the region. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching NCW Life News.
Having a relationship with your pediatrician is so important. Feeling that sense of trust, that is priceless. I tell everybody about CBCH. I love it there. When I make an appointment, I don't have to take an entire day off. As a working mom, my life is really busy. Family time is everything. That's what we all work towards. And I feel like CBCH respects that.
Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house, featuring great family dining in downtown Chelan. We've got burgers, pub fare, and the best barbecue around. Try one of our award-winning sauces made fresh here in-house. So grab the whole gang and come on down. Stormy Mountain Brewing. Beer, barbecue, friends, and beer.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Back in 1972, Wenatchee High School was built to accommodate around 1,600 students. Latest enrollment figures show the school currently has around 2,100 students. Next April, a $120 million bond will go to voters that would pay for the renovation and expansion of Wenatchee High School. Earlier this summer, the Wenatchee School Board approved a plan that would include building a 3-story classroom wing behind the gym, a new kitchen and commons area, a new music room, and a remodel on every classroom in the facility. If approved, the bond and subsequent remodel would increase available space in the school by almost 60,000 square feet. The bond would also pay for updates to the track and possibly new restrooms and concession stand. Today and Saturday, Chelan County residents have the opportunity to dispose of household hazardous waste. The waste collection is free for Chelan County residents. It includes hazardous materials such as drain and oven cleaners, wood strippers, paint thinner, gasoline, pesticides, herbicides, and bleach. There are 4 area waste drop-off locations, 2 today and 2 on Saturday. Friday's locations include the Wenatchee Forest Service office located at 215 Melody Lane in Wenatchee. That was from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And at the NEAT Fire Station number 1, that was earlier today from 10 a.m. to noon. On Saturday, tomorrow, you'll have another chance. The drop-off locations are the Chelan Fire Station at 232 East Wapato Avenue. That's tomorrow from 9 a.m. to noon. That's in Chelan. And at the Beshaston Elementary School from 2 p.m. to 4:30. And for a complete list of acceptable hazardous waste, go to www.co.chelan.wa.us. The family of a missing Pacific Crest trail hiker is now offering a reward of up to $10,000 for information in his disappearance. Chris Fowler, who also goes by the name Sherpa, was last seen in central Washington almost a year ago while hiking more than 2,000 miles, with the latest confirmed sighting back in October 12th in Packwood. According to officials, 2 bear hunters may have seen Fowler 10 days later at Blowout Mountain. The family runs a Facebook page, Bring Chris Fowler Home, where people can submit tips and find more information. Well, the smoke we experience today is not from a new wildfire start in our state. It's from U.S. Forest Service's prescribed fall burn operation. Over the next several weeks, communities along the east slopes of the Cascades may see smoke as officials plan to burn over 8,000 acres of U.S. Forest Service managed lands. Prescribed burning is used to limit the size and intensity of future forest fires. Residents and visitors can expect to see and smell some smoke each day during burning operations. And for more information on smoke and public health, you can log on to wasmoke.blogspot.com. Nearly 1,700 runners from all over the Northwest and the country will participate in Saturday's Leavenworth Oktoberfest Marathon and Half Marathon. This marks the 13th year of the popular running event, which has grown from 250 in its first year to near capacity fields each of the following years. The marathon is set to begin at 7 a.m. at the top of Icicle Canyon with a mass start of almost 300 runners who are transported to the start line by bus. Half marathoners are expected to number more than 1,400 and will launch at 9 a.m. from a new start line created in the Fish Hatchery Pond that is just off East Leavenworth Road. The Leavenworth Marathon is one of a few select races across the nation that is certified as a Boston Marathon qualifier. You're watching NCW Life News. Coming up next, your sports update, followed by today's feature story. That and much more still to come on NCW Life News. Stay with us.
Every golfer aims to play their best, and smart golfers turn to the Golfer's Edge to get the Golfer's Edge. PGA professional Ed Payne has you covered from tee to green. You can work on your swing or play 18 in air-conditioned comfort on the golf simulator. Tanya's Corner has all the apparel the golfer needs at sale prices. And Ed can even rebuild your favorite set of clubs or custom make you a brand new set. Ask how you can qualify for a free 30-minute lesson at the Golfer's Edge on Mission between Kittitas and Yakima.
Is this really what we're going to do on our girls' night out? We should go to Club Crow.
The bar and grill in Kashmir?
Yeah, let's go.
Looking for a fun-filled, friendly hometown atmosphere? Club Crow Bar and Grill in Kashmir is the place to be. Hi, this is Justin. Here at Club Crow, we have full bar and restaurant, live music, a dance floor, pool tables, pull tabs, and live jam sessions the first Sunday of every month. Club Crow in Kashmir, the coolest place in town.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
And a happy finally Friday on the Les Schwab scoreboard from last night. In soccer on the pitch, it was the Wenatchee Panthers downing Eastmont 7-1. Jaden Grigg scored a hat trick with 3 goals for the Panthers, and Allie Rader added 2 others as Wenatchee remained unbeaten in Big 9 play. Maddie Chandler scored the lone goal for Eastmont. It was Ashley Parton's 2 goals and an assist that helped Cascade get past Kiona Benton by a final of 3-2. Also last night, Grace Erdman had 4 goals and an assist as Kashmir blanked Chelan 9-0. It went to overtime, and the Trojans earned their first win in 4 seasons. Congratulations, Manson, downing Bridgeport by a final of 1-0. On the volleyball court last night, well, we were there for the action as Wenatchee and Eastmont met at Eastmont High School. A hard-fought rivalry-type game between the Panthers and Wildcats. I was alongside with Leanne Branham for all the call here on the NCW Life channel.
Stanaway on the service. And I was just going to say, not too many unforced errors in this first game, and there is Megan Wolf on the service. She had quite a few points in this game alone on the service. Chance to win it here, and she does. How about that? Beautiful. So here we go. Could be game point for Eastmont. Mendez, nice serve. Wolf, Sugg, Hallberg, return Stanaway. Up front, Vaughn, points! Eastmont wins. The head-banded one ready for the service for Eastmont. Back line, it goes to Dexter. Up front to Sugg. Now Dexter with a game point for Wenatchee. Deflection at the line. Damon diving down. She just couldn't quite get to it.
A fun one to call last night as Wenatchee wins it 3-1. Also last night on the Les Schwab Prep scoreboard, it was Chelan downing Kashmir in volleyball 3-0. In swimming and diving, Wenatchee had no trouble downing West Valley 149-33. On the prep football schedule for tonight, it is West Valley at Eastmont for the Wildcats homecoming. We'll have that live on the NCW Life channel with yours truly alongside Grant Olson for all your play-by-play. Meanwhile, Wenatchee's hosting Post Falls out of Idaho tonight. Cascade is taking on the Omak Pioneers. Chelan's at Zilla. Big battle of the dogs in Kashmir tonight with Okanagan in town. Manson's on the road at Tonasket trying to remain unbeaten. On the prep schedule for this weekend, first of all, in soccer, Chelan is at Brewster tomorrow morning. Cascades on the road at Seattle, while Prosser's hosting Cashmere. Manson's at Mapton. Volleyball, there's a huge tournament happening this weekend. Wenatchee, Eastmont, Chelan, and Cascade are all at the Linda Sheridan Classic Tournament at Ferris High School today and tomorrow. Cashmere is at Sunnyside Saturday, while Liberty Bell's hosting Waterville-Mansfield in the afternoon. Well, the Wenatchee Wild are on the ice tonight at the Town Toyota Center. Wenatchee hosting Cowichan Valley at 7:05, the only second game of the season on the home ice for the Wild. They will feature tonight's game next Thursday during Hockey Night on the NCW Life Channel starting at 7 o'clock. Runners and cyclists are taking center stage in our area this weekend. The Leavenworth Marathon and Half Marathon start at the Leavenworth Fish Hatchery tomorrow morning. The marathon gets underway at 7 with the half marathon to follow at 9. It's also the 3rd annual Dark Side Festival at Squilchuck State Park. Event features mountain bike racing, a beginner skills clinic, live music, beer garden, and food. Sounds like a fun time. Starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, runs until about midnight. College football this weekend on the schedule. Big clash in the Pac-12 tonight in the Palouse. Washington State hosting USC. Kickoff on ESPN at 7:30. Simon Fraser's at Central tomorrow at 1. Eastern Washington's on the red turf against Sacramento State at 1:30. And Washington on the road at Oregon State will kick off at 5 o'clock. You can watch that on the Pac-12 network. Well, the Mariners begin their final series of the season tonight in Anaheim. Former Apple Sox pitcher Marco Gonzalez will face Tyler Skaggs. First pitch at the Big A is coming up at 7:07. Seahawks fans will be able to get their honeydews done during the day Sunday because the Hawks don't kick off until Sunday night. Seattle will host Indianapolis on Sunday Night Football with a 5:30 kickoff on NBC. Earlier in the day, the rest of the NFC West has the Rams in Dallas at 10 a.m. on Fox, 49ers in Arizona to play the Cardinals at 1:05 also on Fox. That's a look at sports news. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. It was a night focusing on female entrepreneurs Thursday at the Numerica PAC as a panel of 5 local female business owners took to the stage to talk about their industries and struggles they face.
What do we think about this? Is the fact that you're women, has that had any effect on your business? Any challenges, benefits?
For us, I think it's the opposite because we're following in the footsteps of like the first woman doctor, the first woman to get an MD in Italy, Maria Montessori. So everyone sort of expects Montessorians to be women and they're really excited when they're men. So we're sort of the opposite side of that. Any of you have a different experience?
So to this day, I can't say I've had any setbacks being a woman. But to this day, when I attend a meeting, and there are several people in the room, I'm often struck by the fact that I'm the only woman at the table, still to this day. And I hope that in the span of my professional career, we are not female entrepreneurs, we are just entrepreneurs. Yeah. And I hope that we see that day. And I know that there's a big push towards girls and females in STEM education, and I hope we get to the point where it's just STEM education. Because we really need to be there.
Local business owner Lisa Stanton of Lisa Bees in Orondo addressed a question about social media and how she finds her voice as a female business owner.
You know, I did a post earlier this year. I had been run over and run over. I don't know if those of you know, I live on my farm where our business is, so I stare at it. You know, I literally live there. It's very clean. I used to be a hygienist. I can't help it. I'm constantly, if you've been out there, you've seen me cleaning the garbage cans, scrubbing the floor, cleaning the tables. I love it to be clean. And it's been thrashed by people. And we've been abused. And I had enough. And I spoke out this year and I said, enough is enough. Please don't come to my place if you plan to disrespect it. That post reached 70,000 people. And we gained almost 1,000 new followers in like a 2-day span. I think other business owners feel the same as I do. Other people, humans, they're tired of being taken advantage of. Customers, I'm just going to say, customers are not always right. Standing in my flower pot, peeing in our yard, not right. And I have a voice and I use it and I stick up for myself and my employees. I kicked a man out the other day because he got upset because we asked for his ID. He didn't show it. He threw his money at my staff. She came in my office crying. I said, who's this man? Where is he? I went out and I found him and I said, you will not disrespect my employees. These are my girls. They're working. This is a young mother with a baby who's trying to earn some extra cash to buy a wedding dress. Do not disrespect her. and you actually need to leave. And the power of taking that back from people who just treat others unfairly in all aspects of life, it's not okay
Well, I
anymore,
think
you know? It's not okay.
You're tough and you're authentic, and I think that completely comes through on social media. So thank you for that.
Cool.
We'll be back in just a moment with a recap of some of today's stories and your complete local weather forecast right after this.
Lake Chelan mailboxes find solutions and the best price for all your shipping needs, including UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. We offer a variety of services including quality copies of all sizes, faxing, scanning, sending and receiving email, laminating, and notarizing. Enjoy browsing through our large selection of greeting cards. Lake Chelan Mailboxes supports our military, fire victims, and our community. Come see us at the Plaza in Lake Chelan.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's blueberry picking season and King 5 named us the second best destination restaurant in Washington State. So toss the family in the cruiser and get on out to Blueberry Hills for the best down-home scratch country cooking you've had in years. And don't forget our award-winning pies. We're fun, family-friendly, and a delicious destination year-round. We're open every day from 8 to 3, serving breakfast and lunch all day. So come on out to Blueberry Hills.
Welcome back, and now a recap of some of our top stories. In 1972, Wenatchee High School was built to accommodate around 1,600 students. Latest enrollment figures show the school currently has around 2,100 students. Next April, a $120 million bond will go to voters that would pay for the renovation and expansion of Wenatchee High School. Earlier this summer, the Wenatchee School Board approved a plan that would include building a 3-story classroom wing behind the gym, a new kitchen and commons area, a new music room, and a remodel on every classroom in the facility. If approved, the bond and subsequent remodel would increase available space in the school by almost 60,000 square feet. The bond would also pay for updates to the track and possibly new restrooms and concession stand. Well, if you missed today's chance, Chelan County residents still have the opportunity to dispose of household hazardous waste. The waste collection is free for Chelan County residents. It includes hazardous materials such as drain and oven cleaners, wood strippers, paint thinner, gasoline, pesticides, herbicides, and bleach. There are 4 waste drop-off locations. 2 were today, and there'll be 2 more on Saturday. Those today in Wenatchee were the Wenatchee Forest Service location in town, as well as the NEAT Fire Station. Those were both today, but tomorrow the drop-off locations are the Chelan Fire Station. That's located at 232 East Wapato Avenue from 9 a.m. to noon in Chelan, and at the Peshastin Elementary School from 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. And for a complete list of acceptable hazardous waste, go to www.co.chelan.wa.us. Les Schwab in Wenatchee will have their grand reopening today and Saturday. They'll celebrate their customers with a barbecue lunch starting around 11 a.m. tomorrow. You can enter to win prizes, including a $700 Les Schwab gift certificate, and you do not need to be present to win. Now an NCW Life program note, we will air the broadcast of last weekend's Autumn Leaf Parade in Leavenworth. That'll be this Saturday at both noon and at 5 p.m. So catch that right here on the NCW Life channel. And now your weather forecast for north central Washington. Before we get to that, let's take a look outside our weather window. And boy, it's a weather window today, a little bit of everything out there. Clouds are beginning to move in now because of a cold front that's moving through the state. We'll talk about that in a second. Also, a little bit of smoke. We mentioned that from prescribed burns around eastern Washington, and we will continue to see smoke off and on as those prescribed burns continue for about 6 to 8 weeks or so. But all in all, temperature-wise, not a bad day today with temperatures mainly in the middle 60s. As I mentioned, clouds were on the increase today from west to east over Washington as a cold front moved in. You can see it well right there on our satellite loop. There were some scattered showers associated with the front, but not much activity once the weather system crossed into eastern Washington. Temperatures stayed a little bit above normal throughout some of the area today, but clouds did keep our temperature down. This could very well be the last day we see 70-degree temperatures around the area. We can expect windy conditions as well to develop tonight and continue into Saturday. Winds will blow around 15 to 25 miles per hour tomorrow, with higher gusts in some locations, maybe upwards of 30 miles an hour. Cold air aloft moves over the region on Sunday. That will destabilize our atmosphere. This should be a good day for afternoon and evening showers, a lot like a spring day would feel. Temperatures through next week will be about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than normal for the first week of October. Also keep in mind that under this cool weather pattern, frost or freezing temperatures will be possible for sheltered locations on any given night throughout the forecast. So here's a look at that forecast for our next 7 days. And tonight we'll drop down to about 50 degrees. Remember, wind tonight and wind all day tomorrow. High temperature on Saturday about 69 degrees. Then about a 20 to 30% chance for showers on Sunday into Sunday night. 67 the high as we end our weekend. And then, boy, an awfully nice work week next week. Sunshine Monday through Thursday, where we'll see high temperatures in the mid to upper 60s with lows in the middle 40s. But notice our low on Monday night. That's right, 42 degrees. So cover up all sensitive vegetation over the next few days. And as we leave you tonight, the start of the hunting season is underway. Check out this video of 2 bull elk fighting each other in Montana. Sight indeed. And if you have a video of the day you'd like to see on NCW Life News, message us on our Facebook page at the NCW Life channel. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great weekend.
This has been NCW Life News on the NCW Life channel. For more news, log on to ncwlife.com, like us on Facebook, and follow NCW Life channel on Twitter.
I gotta tell you, I'm nervous.
Selling your home, it's a big step.
Can we find the right buyer in this market?
Look at our website. When someone looks at your home, I can tell how ready they are to buy. See that number? The closer it is to 100, the closer they are to buying. So, I know who to zero in on.
So you have a secret weapon.
You mean we have a secret weapon.
I like that. Oh, what do you think of the wallpaper?
I love that touch.
Wenatchee Valley College is now offering 4-year degrees. The need for engineering technologists is rapidly growing, and the new Bachelor of Applied Science in Engineering Technology is designed to meet the needs of local employers. Students with an associate degree can complete the program in only 2 or 3 years. Don't wait! The program is accepting just 20 students for fall quarter. Apply now at wvc.edu/engineeringtech.